He's at the 50, the 30, the 10. He just sets sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return.
Great job on special teams, getting penetration, getting the block. You've got the convoy. It's a scoop score, 2 points the other way.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
To throw, it's Klubnik. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Touchdown, LSU! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. He wants to throw it. They're working that left side. He's not going to make it stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all done.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete downfield. And chunk plays on the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's going to pass. He's going to run it. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. LSU 20, Clemson 2.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field.
Here we go.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll take a shot. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. throws for the tight end. Working the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. LSU quick to the line. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the pass. Hauls it in. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to throw it again. They're bringing heat. And that pass intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. They'll try the run. At midfield, he's got room. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Clemson! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
But how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blink, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy in the ground.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. To the air, it's Nussmeier getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on second down from the 18. Takes the handoff. It's Durham. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got him downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. He's looking to throw it. Uncorks one. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. The fake, and he wants to throw. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lewis. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. They're trying to get to it. Finds his man. It's Brown. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards, and then stop that clock.
Looking to move it through the air. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half.
LSU 26, Clemson 16.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lewis. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if any of you are this defense, you have an opportunity.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Touchdown, Tigers! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
That quarterback's in zone coverage. They have to see it, and they have to manipulate defenders, and they don't. You could tell the middle linebacker reading his eyes the whole way, breaks on the football, and then turns into an offensive player and takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
Coming out with it, it's Lewis. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to go up top on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And a nice pickup on the run, and gets down to avoid contact.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Trying to escape and get it himself. The ball squirts free. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgum, if we had a little bit more.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Let's see what they've got on second down. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. He's taking the shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Man, that one is going to make this quarterback sick to his stomach. That's almost always automatic for him.
Yeah, that's pitch and catch. That's day one. When you go out and watch practice, the ball very rarely hits the ground unless you have a defender because these QBs and wide receivers are so good. Man, just a mishap, a little overthrow.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Trying to find his man on first down. He lofts one down the sideline. And he's got it inside the 10. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Clemson is quick to the line.
Brings up second and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Durham. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Bully ball on third and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, bring him making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he reels it in inside the 30. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? Fourth down, it's just another down. And what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He'll start this drive firing. Gonna let it fly. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
LSU 40, Clemson 30.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. So they're facing third and short from the 25. Here comes the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Touchdown, Clemson! The defense with the scoop and score. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step one accomplished. This offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get them the ball back.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
He wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the missed connection, it's second down. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Feeling some heat. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together, maybe go tie this game, maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Using his feet to buy time. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Looking for room. It's Durham. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Looking to throw for it. Starting to feel a little pressure. Now he's going to throw it all the way back across the field. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Man, at this stage of the game, does that hurt to have 6 points taken off the board? Now they've got to regroup and try to get it in again. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Throws to the tight end. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You talk about coming up big in a big moment. Nice job by this defense. You had to make something happen. You had to get the football back so you could give your offense a chance to win this game for you. Nice job by the D.
Looking deep down the right side. He's got it. Touchdown, Tigers. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
Timeout, LSU.
So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. Trying to barge in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, guys, 4th quarter, you're trailing. You know that they're going to be throwing the ball and trying to be aggressive and try to climb back into this one. Couldn't come up with it there on 2nd down. Let's see what happens on 3rd.
From the gun, wants to pass. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Complete.